Freeland went blank as a sheet. Cesar didn't care at all. I probably got rid of it. I'm telling you, I don't like it very much, Cesar said. Freeland stared at me, understanding my previous state of mind. I don't think it's a good idea. Freeland began, not wanting to say Cesar could be more than what he was. I've got the key. If it doesn't open the door, we leave, Cesar said, excited. Freeland grabbed my arm and looked at me right into the eyes to be sure I understood how dangerous it was going home and finding what he believed an older Cesar, not knowing there wasn't an older Cesar. Nothing had changed at the city. It wasn't that hard. I was trying to find out where into the yellow government we had broken in. At the street, silence and darkness. From time to time, a yellow watch car lighted up our fear. There it is, Cesar shouted. Freeland left my arm free to grab Cesar's neck and built him in an abandoned shop window's bar. Don't shout, he threatened. Cesar didn't see it come, but he neither got scared. Freeland grabbed his chin, holding back the anger of not being able to make him understand. Take it easy, man. I would understand even you were polite. Cesar grounded Freeland. Freeland let his face free and moved aside a few centimeters. Cesar kept on walking to his luxury duplex. I went after him. Freeland took a deep breath not to explode. The key opened the door and the yellow wad made us go in with no more excuses. Inside, the silence and the darkness went on. Cesar pressed the switch several times until he realized it didn't work. He also pressed the elevator with the same result. If my eyes were used to the dark, I could see Cesar beginning to believe but not realizing yet what having a flat there and that I had lived all my life in that building meant. We are going upstairs, aren't we? He asked in low. I told him we were. Raylan kept the distance and the frustration. Cesar went up slowly, looking behind him to verify we were there. He didn't doubt either in front of the door. You really don't understand what it means she lived here, do you? Raylan asked, yelling in low. It means I sold it, but if they didn't change the lock. Plus, if she lives here, which is the problem? Cesar talked calmly. So calmly I didn't trust him. He must be an intelligent guy, smart at least in some extent. You cannot go from a workshop to a big company being so naive. Let him open it. I told Froilan to get out of the way. We'll be safer there. He opened the door with a steady hand, not making any noise, as Froilan had told him. Things inside were just like I remembered. At the sitting room, my last dinner leftovers. At my bedroom, the clothes I wore that day. At Grandpa's room, nobody. He probably fell asleep at the workshop. I said aloud, closing the door. Who? Cesar asked. My grandfather, I answered. Your father. I put an end looking at him right into the eyes. He wasn't surprised at all. Not a minimum sign of surprise. Nothing. Raylan scanned the place with curiosity. No, dear. My parents died years ago. Cesar said slowly as he was uncovering my lies. He's your father-in-law, then. Raylan dropped, even he didn't seem to be interested in the conversation. Sure he is, Cesar said with sarcasm. I wasn't disappointed. There must be some kind of bond between Cesar and I. There must be some between me and all the people I got to visit. That was how I justified appearing in random places. But I didn't felt that affinity I had felt for the couple at the window in the blue government. You say everything is yellow, but I can see colors around here. Cesar kept on with his skepticism. We take good care of things. I buy at the stone houses. My grandpa makes toys with old toys, and look, if you don't want to believe me, don't. I don't care. I ended. I quit the fight because I was disappointed with his reaction, because I had already lost the father I had recovered, because he didn't mind who I was, because he didn't want me. What is this? Raylan asked, taking one of the toys my grandpa made. I didn't answer because I didn't think he was really asking it. It's funny. He was analyzing it. Cesar got closer and they two played with those tricky toys that had come out of my grandfather's head. I'm going to eat something and then we'll leave, I said, looking at them. They didn't pay attention to me. I didn't care either. Look at this. Cesar went into my bedroom. There are engineering works, he said, showing it for Ilan. She's disappointed. I think she didn't know her parents. She never talks about them. Raylan said, grabbing the toy with his hands. Sure, but this doesn't have to do with that. I mean, you can blame me for the factory if I'm the one to blame, but I'm not going to solve all her problems, Tessa said with coldness.